Hello students, in this today's class, that is the lecture number 4 of organic chemistry, we are going to discuss the IUPAC nomenclature of a unsaturated hydrocarbons. IUPAC nomenclature of unsaturated hydrocarbons, this will be the lecture number 4 of the organic chemistry. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of a unsaturated hydrocarbon? Those hydrocarbons which containing carbon-carbon double bond, otherwise carbon-carbon triple bond, carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond, unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, that means alkenes and alkanes. If carbon-carbon double bond is present, that unsaturated hydrocarbons known as a alkenes, whereas carbon-carbon triple bond unsaturated hydrocarbons are known as what? Alkynes. Okay. Now first of all, alkenes. What will be the general formula of a alkenes? That is the CnH2n, CnH2n. Remember, these alkenes also known as olefins. These alkenes are known as a olefins in the sense oil forming substance. Olefins in the sense oil forming substance. Okay. Now the first alkene, that will be the CH2 double bond CH2. The first alkene of a unsaturated hydrocarbon will be the ethene. Will be what? Ethene. 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 Okay. Otherwise simply we can say this is ethylene. And second one will be the propene. There are 3 carbons will be there, and when double bond is there, and from the 4th carbon onwards we have to locate the position of a pi bond also, because here 4 carbons are there. We can write the but and ene, butene. Now what will be the location of a pi bond? So that will be very important. So here we are giving the priority to the double bond carbon number 1, and next number 2, number 3 and number 4. So this is called but1ene. So the double bond will be located in between 1, 2. So we have to give the number 1. If the double bond will be present in between 2 and 3, if the double bond will be present in between 2 and 3, we have to locate the double bond position as a 2. If it is in between 3 and 4, we have to locate the pi bond location as a 3. Are you getting my point? So the lower number will be the location of the pi bond. In between 1, 2, we have to write 1 in. If the double bond in between 2 and 3, 2 in. If the double bond in between 3 and 4, we have to write the 3 in. Okay. Now you see in the next example, again this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 carbons are there. So if you give the numbering from either sides, you will get the double bond on 2 and 3 carbons. So that's why we are writing the but 2 in. Sometimes we can write this is also as a 1 butene, and this can also write as a 2 butene. This can also write as a 2 butene. But according to latest IUPAC nomenclature, we have to write the first word root, after that only number, then the primary suffix. Okay. Now there are 2 double bonds are there. Whenever 2 double bonds are there, we have to use some prefix di. So diene. Now here how many carbons are there in the parent chain? 3 carbons are there. That's why this is called propadiene. Remember, when there are 2 double bonds, otherwise 2 triple bonds, otherwise 1 double bond, 1 triple bond, otherwise more than 2 double bond or triple bonds are present, then we have to use buta. Instead of 4 carbons, we have to use not buta, because we have to write the one letter A after the word root. Suppose 3 carbons are there, actually prop, but we have to use propa. 5 carbons are there, we can use the word root pent, but we have to use pentadiene, because more than 2 multiple bonds are there, then we have to add the letter A after the word root. Okay. Now here you see there are total 4 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 carbons are there. That's why we are using but. But the double bonds are 2 times. That's why we are using the buta. So the location will be in between 1, 2. Just now I told you 1. And in between 3 and 4, we have to take the, in between 1 and 2, we have to take the number 1. In between 2, 3, 2. In between 3, 4, 4. In between 4, 5, we have to take the 4. Okay. Now, after hydrogen removing from the alkene, we will get the radical name known as a alkynyl. That means in alkene, remove the ene and add the yl, so you will get alkynyl. This is the radical name. Okay, that means the alkene general formula CnH2n. If you remove one hydrogen, you will get CnH2n minus 1. Okay, suppose if you see here, this is a ethene or ethylene. Yes or no? Let's suppose this is ethene. If you remove the one hydrogen, if you remove the hydrogen here, you will get the radical name ethynyl. That is the alkynyl, ethynyl, and the common name will be vinyl. This is a which name? Common name. Okay, the common name of the radical ethynyl is a vinyl. And next to this is a propene. In propene, if you see, there are 3 hydrogens are there. This will be the primary carbon. Okay, this is also primary carbon, but there is a double bond. So these are the 3 different types of hydrogens which we have. So there are 3 different types of radicals here we will get. Let's suppose, first of all, you are removing the hydrogen from the first carbon. Let's suppose I am taking, this is the number 1 carbon, this will be number 2, this will be number 3. If you remove the carbon from first carbon, if you remove the hydrogen from the first carbon, you will get the radical CH3 single bond CH double bond CH, and there is a one free valency will be there. Okay, this is called actually propenyl, but the thing is the double bond location on the first carbon, that's why we are writing prop 1 enyl. Actually this is known as a 1 propenyl, strictly speaking prop 1 enyl. Okay, suppose this is the first case. Suppose in the second case, if I am removing the double bond from the middle carbon, when I am removing the hydrogen from the middle carbon, if I remove the hydrogen from the middle carbon, there will be one valency left on the middle carbon. Okay, so this is known as a, actually this portion is known as a ethynyl portion. Okay, this is known as a what? Ethynyl. On the ethynyl, what will be the substituent will be present here? Methyl group will be present. That's why the name is known as a methyl ethynyl. Methyl ethynyl. Yes or no? Let's suppose if I am removing the hydrogen from the left side carbon, that will be the third carbon. Let's suppose from here I am removing the hydrogen. Okay. Suppose if I am removing the hydrogen here, so you will get a one valency free. It is also propenyl, but the difference will be on which carbon you are removing the hydrogen. Let's suppose this is the carbon from which we are removing the hydrogen, first carbon. So this will be the second carbon and this will be the third carbon. This will be prop. And what about the double bond? Double bond now in between 2 and 3. So the lower number will be 2. 2 propenyl or prop 2 enyl. Are you getting my point? This is nothing but 2 propenyl or prop 2 enyl. Okay. And the common name, it is known as a allyl. The common name is what? Allyl. What is the allyl? CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2. Once again I am repeating, CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2, and there is a free valency. This group is known as a allyl. The IUPAC name prop 2 enyl or 2 propenyl. Okay. Sometimes if the double bonds or triple bonds are not present in the molecule, that means they are not included in the parent chain. In that case, what we have to use? We have to use some prefixes like methylene. If there is a CH2 double bond, CH3 single bond, CH double bond, ethylidene, CH triple bond, C, ethynyl. So these are the some special prefixes. That means the double bond will be, let's suppose this is the parent chain. Okay, suppose if the double bond will be not included in the parent chain, let's suppose if it is not included in the parent chain, if the double bond is not included in the parent chain, okay, in that case we have to give some, suppose here some functional group is there like this. That means here we have to give the special prefix for the double bond which is not present in the parent chain, actually longest continuous carbon chain. Okay, with including the functional group here. If the CH2 will be present out of the parent chain, then we have to give the some special prefix name, that is called methylene. Okay, and CH3 single bond CH3 single bond CH double bond known as a ethylidene. It is methylene, or we can also use the name methylidene. We can also use the name methylidene. And we have ethynyl CH triple bond C. Okay, so we will see some examples where the double bond triple bonds are not included in the parent chain. Then we have to use some special names. Okay, now the next two unsaturated hydrocarbons are alkynes. What is the general formula of alkyne? CnH2n minus 2, where n value should be always greater than 1. The first example will be the 2 carbon containing alkyne, that will be the ethane. Eth plus ine, ethine, alk plus ine, alkyne. The common name for the ethine will be the acetylene. The common name for the ethane will be what? Acetylene. Are you getting my point? Now here, how many carbons are there? 3 carbons, prop plus ine, propane. Remember, here we should not mention the number, because obviously the triple bonded carbon should be considered as a first carbon only. From the 4 carbon onwards, we have to specify the location of the triple bond. Let's suppose here there are 4 carbons. Let's suppose here maybe double bond, otherwise in between second carbon and third carbon there will be a triple bond. Okay, in that case we have to see the location of the triple bond. That means where the triple bond or double bond will be located, that position will be mentioned here. Here the triple bond will be present on the 1 and 2 carbon. That's why we are taking the lower number 1. That's why this is called 1 but 1 ine. Simply we can say 1 butane. 1 butane. We can say this is 2 butane or but 2 ine. But 2 ine. Okay. Suppose there are 2 triple bonds are there. Just now I told you we have to use the prefixes di for 2. We have to use the prefixes for 2 similar, and tri for 3 similar, and tetra for 4 similar groups. Okay, so how many carbons are there here? 4. But, and there is a more than 2 double bond triple bond there. We have to use some letter A before the word root. That's why we are using buta. And you see the numbering from left to right or right to left, you will get 1 and 3 position only triple bond. Are you getting my point? That's why buta 1,3-diene. 1,3-butadiene. We can also known as like 1,3-butadiene. 1,3-butadiene or 1,3-butadiene. This is a triple bond is there. So we can use the 1,3-butadiene. 1,3-butadiene. Okay, now in alkyne, if hydrogen is removed, you will get alkynyl. This is the radical name. This is the radical name. In alkyne, remove the yne and add the al to get al. You get the letter yl, so that you will get alkynyl. You will get alkynyl, not alkynyl. If you remove the hydrogen from the alkyne, you will get the radical name alkynyl. Okay, now here best example ethine. From ethine, that is the CH triple bond CH, ethine, if you remove the hydrogen, you will get the CH triple bond C. This is known as what? Ethynyl. Ethynyl, alkynyl. Are you getting my pen? Suppose here 3 carbons we have. We can remove from here, or we can remove from here. From any carbon we can remove the hydrogen. Suppose if I remove the hydrogen from the triple bond carbon, you will get the propynyl. Propynyl. Are you getting my point? This is the first carbon. So from the first carbon you are removing the hydrogen. That's why propynyl, nothing but prop 1-inyl. Suppose if you remove the hydrogen from the third carbon, if you remove the hydrogen from the CH3 carbon, are you getting my point? So this will be taken as a first carbon. Okay, this the next second carbon, and this will be the third carbon. It is also prop, but the triple bond will be on the second and third carbon, so we have to take the lower number 2. So that's why prop 2-inyl or 2-propynyl. 2-propynyl. Okay, now rules for naming of a unsaturated hydrocarbon. The parent chain must be containing the multiple bonds. This is very important. The parent chain should contain multiple bonds, that means double bonds or triple bond. Okay, the parent chain may or may not be longest continuous chain, but the thing is the parent chain should including multiple bond, that will be called unsaturation. Multiple bonds nothing but what? Unsaturation. Suppose in this example you see how many carbons will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise 1, 2, here 3, here 4. We can take the two possibilities, 5 carbon chain as well as the 4 carbon chain. Okay. Now here, and one more option will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon chain also. But in the 6 carbon chain, the double bond is not included. Are you getting my point? So we have to consider the double bond in the parent chain. The double bond, triple bond must be included in the parent chain. So once the double bond, triple bond must be included in the parent chain, then we have to consider, here you see number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So this is the 5 carbon. Okay. And what about the CH2, CH3? This will be considered as a substituent and whose name will be ethyl. So here on the second carbon there is a substituent known as a ethyl. After that, what will be the parent chain? Here we have to consider the 5 carbon chain. So 5 carbon chain nothing but the pent word root. And what will be the location of a pi bond, double bond in between 1, 2? So we have to take the lower number, nothing but 1. So 1 ene. So 2 ethyl pent 1 ene. Here we are not considering the long chain. Remember, here we are not considering the long chain, because in the long chain if you consider, that means the 6 carbons. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons long chain, but we are not considering the longest chain, because in the longest chain double bond is not included here. So once again I am writing the structure: first carbon, second carbon, third, fourth, fifth carbon. Okay, now here double bond is there. Suppose if I consider the long chain as a this chain, okay, in this chain what happens is it pi bond is included in the parent chain, multiple bond is included in the parent chain? No. So we have to consider we should not consider the long chain. Still we should not consider the long chain here, longest chain, because in the longest chain there is no any unsaturation. The longest chain here, which will be may or may not be longest, but the condition will be the parent chain should including what? Multiple bonds. Are you getting my point? Now the next point. If both pi bonds, both double bonds and triple bonds both are present, while giving the numbering, we have to always give the priority to the lowest set of locants rule. Are you getting my point? Suppose from the left to right, I am giving the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From right to left, I am giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are two possibilities for giving the numbering for the parent chain. Now from left to right, on the first carbon and in between 1 and 2 there is a double bond, so I am taking the 1 number, and in between 3, 4 there is a double bond, that's why I am taking the number 3, and in between 6, 7 there is a 1 triple bond is there. So overall at 1, 3, 6 there is a location of a pi bond. From right to left, if you see 1 and next to 4 and next to 6. Are you getting my point? Now tell me where there is a nearest locant. In both the cases, first carbon there is a same equivalent. Now come to from left to right, there will be on the third position there is a pi bond, but right to left you have a fourth carbon. So that means here the third carbon will be the lowest number as compared to the fourth carbon. So this type of numbering is right, and the right to left numbering will be incorrect. Are you getting my point? This is very, very important. While we are numbering the parent chain, we have to follow the lowest set of locants rule. If the lowest set of locant rule is failed, that means from both the position double bonds or triple bonds are present at equidistance, then we have to go for the alphabetical order. We know double bond ene and triple bond wine, which will become first in alphabetical order? E. So that's why we have to always give the preference to the double bond over the triple bond. when condition apply, when both are present at the equidistance from the both sides. When double bond, triple bond both are present at equidistance from the both sides, then which we have to consider priority? Double bond. Because in alkene the first letter in, and in alkynes in YNE the first letter is Y. So in alphabets obviously E will comes first. So here you see, if you remove 1, 2, 3, 4, otherwise 1, 2, 3, 4. Now tell me, from both the cases, if you see on the first position, third position, there will be a unsaturation. Here also first position, third position. That means in both the cases lowest locant rule is failed. Then give the priority to the double bond. So double bond carbon should containing the lowest number. So this is the numbering is incorrect. And similarly, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Otherwise from right to left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In both the cases, if you see, here the locant pi bond will be on the 1, 2 carbon. That's why I am taking the 1. And 5, 6 I am taking the 5. Here also 1 and 5. In both the cases the location will be same. So here the lowest set of locant rule is failed, while the numbering give the priority to the double bond first, not for triple bond. Yes, sir. Here some examples are there. Here the example 1. In this example we have to write the IUPAC nomenclature. First of all, select the longest possible continuous chain as a parent chain, number 1. Number 2, and maximum number of multiple bonds must be present in the parent chain. These are the two important conditions. First condition, longest chain, and the second condition, maximum number of multiple bonds must be included in the parent chain. If you give the numbering, you will get the longest possible chain will be like this only. Because how many carbons are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you wish, you can give the number from left to right or right to left. So total maximum 5 carbons will be present. Okay. Now what about this double bond? This double bond indirectly double bond CH2. Just now I told you, if the double bond, triple bond which are not included in the parent chain, then we have to give some special prefixes. Let's suppose here double bond CH2 group is there. This is known as a methylene. Known as what? Methylene. So left to right or right to left, you see on the third position there is a methylene, that is the double bond CH2. And what about the location of the double bond? In between 1, 2 and in between 4, 5. 1, 2 means 1, 4, 5 means we have to take the 4. 4, 5 means we have to take the what? 4. So that's why the IUPAC name will be 3-methylene 1, 4 pentadiene. Otherwise we can write penta 1, 4 diene, because there are two double bonds, 2 enes, that's why diene, and the location will be 1 and 4. Are you getting my point? Now in this next example we have to select the longest possible continuous chain as a parent chain, and also maximum number of pi bonds must be included in the parent chain. Let's suppose 1, this will be the second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. I am going to here fifth, not I am going to downward direction. Fifth, this will be sixth, and this will be seventh. So there are maximum how many carbons in the parent chain? 7 carbons in the continuous chain. But the thing is, here this carbon double bond CH2, double bond CH2 and double bond CH2, they are not included in the parent chain. So they are treated as a substituent and the name will be methylene. Okay. And one more important thing, on the second carbon there is a methyl group, and also on the sixth carbon there is a methyl group. So there are 2 methyl groups are there. So that's why I am writing the dimethyl. On the second position and sixth position 2 methyl. So that's why I am writing the dimethyl. And what about the methylene groups? 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Total how many methyl groups are there? 3. That's why trimethylene. Total how many carbons are there in the parent chain? 7 carbons. The word root will be hept. But there are 2 double bonds more than 2. Just now I told you, add the letter small a to the word after the word root. That's why hepta. And the location will be in between 1, 2, that will be 1. In between 6, 7, that will be 6. Hepta 1, 6 diene. Hepta 1, 6 diene. Are you getting my point? Now in this what happens? Here actually this is a carbon. So carbon triple bond. This will be triple bond CH. This will be carbon triple bond CH. Are you getting my point? So this is also carbon triple bond CH. Are you getting my point? Now here also we have to consider the maximum number of carbon atoms that should be included in the parent chain. Okay. So I am giving the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon and seventh carbon. Here also longest possible continuous chain will be 7 carbons. What about the triple bond? This triple bond is not included in the parent chain. This triple bond carbon is also not included in the parent chain, and this triple bond carbon is also not included in the parent chain. We know CH triple bond CH is called ethine. Yes or no? If you remove the hydrogen from the alkyne, you will get alkynyl. Ethynyl. Ethynyl. On which position ethynyl will be present? On the third position and fourth position and fifth position. Before that, on the second position, one methyl group is there, and the sixth position is also one methyl group is there. That's why in alphabetical order, if you see in alphabetical order, ethyl will comes first. That's why I am writing the 3, 4, 5 triethynyl. Triethynyl 2, 6 dimethyl 2, 6 dimethyl hepta. In between 1, 2 and in between 6, 7. So 1, 6 diene, heptadiene. Yes or no? Now come to next example. If you take the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is symmetrical. You can take from any side to other side. Total there are 7 carbons will be present. And what about the fourth carbon? On the fourth carbon, 2 substituents are there. So this is the first substituent and this will be the next substituent. So what is the structure of the substituent? The structure of this substituent will be CH. This will be the bond CH double bond CH CH3. Are you getting my point? That means actually this is the CH2 double bond CH single bond CH3. This is called what? Propene. Okay. Numbering will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, propene or 1 propene. If you remove the hydrogen from here, you will get to 1 propenyl. Propenyl. Actually, this is what? Propenyl. On which carbon you are removing the hydrogen? From the first carbon, 1 propenyl or prop 1 enyl. Prop 1 enyl. So this is called prop 1 enyl, the name of the substituent. Are you getting my point? So there are 2 prop 1 enyl. That's why on the same carbon, that is the fourth carbon, we have to repeat the position 4, 4 di prop 1 enyl. Total how many carbons are there? 7. Hept. And there are more than 1 pi bond, that's why hepta. And the location will be 2, 5 diene. Are you getting my point? Now come to next example. Again we are taking the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here the parent chain will be 7 carbons. Okay, in between 1 to 1 pi bond and in between 6, 7 also 1 pi bond. What about the location 4? On the fourth carbon, there are 2 substituents are present. This is the first substituent and same substituent will be one more substituent. What is the structure of this substituent? This will be CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2. Are you getting my point? Actually this is propene CH2 double bond CH single bond CH3. Okay. Now you are removing the hydrogen from here. So that's why I am writing the number 1 carbon, number 2 carbon and number 3. This is nothing but prop. Okay. Now on which carbon there is a double bond is there? In between 2, 3. That's why I am writing the 2. Prop 2 enyl or 2 propenyl. Otherwise we can write this is as a 2 propenyl. So how many propenyl groups are there on the fourth carbon? 2. That's why we are using the prefix di. And the location of the position will be repeated twice. 4, 4 di prop 2 enyl hepta. there is a double bond in between 1 2 and 6 7. That's why hepta 1 6 diene. Yes or no? And there are some other examples are given here. So here there are 4 carbons are there, but double bond in between 1 2, so but 1 ene or 1 butene. Here the double bond in between 2 and 3, that's why but 2 ene. So this is also known as a 1 butene. This is also known as a 1 butene. Okay, and this is also known as a 2 butene. Are you getting my point? And next one double bond will be first preference 1 2 3 4 5. On the fourth position there is a methyl group is there, so that's why 4 methyl, total 5 carbons pent, and double bond will be in between 1 2, that's why 1 4 methyl pent 1 ene or 1 pentene. Now come to the 1 2 3. Suppose from, if you give the right to from left to right, 1 2 3. Are you getting my point? Now here the first preference will be goes to the double bond. Double bond carbon should get the lowest number. Here double bond gets the third number, but here double bond will gets the fourth number. So that's why I am not giving the numbering from the left to right. I am giving the numbering from the right to left. So the IUPAC name will be 4 methyl pent 2 ene. Okay. Now the double bond carbon should be first preference while numbering, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth. There is a 2 chlorine atoms on the fifth carbon, so we have to write the location twice, and the prefix di, and the name of the substituent will be, secondary prefix will be chloro. 5,5 dichloro. Total 6 carbons are there, hex, and there is a double bond in between 1 2, that's why 1 ene. Okay. Now just now I told you, if there are 2 double bonds are there, we have to add the letter A before the word root. Okay. So here butadiene, and we have to locate the position, that means 1 2 3 4. So 1 3 butadiene. Are you getting my point? So there are 2 triple bonds are there, so we can use diene, and there is a letter A should be added after the word root. What is the word root here? But. So that's why we have to use buta. Here also word root but, that's why we have to write butadiene. Okay. Suppose one double bond is there, one triple bond is there. While numbering, from the both the ends position is same, so we have to give the priority to the alphabetical order. The ene will be first comes, after that only ine. So in E9, here you see, in ene the last letter will be E, and in YNE first letter will be Y. E is a vowel, but Y is a consonant but having the vowel sound. That's why in so the first in E and E, the last E will be omitted. Simply we can write E9. Simply we can write what? E9. Okay. So this is the example. You see 1 3 butadiene or buta 1 3 diene, and this is the example ene, butene. Are you getting my point? Strictly speaking, we have to locate the position is also but 1 ene 3 ine. But 1 ene 3 ine. Are you getting my point? Now here triple bond will be get the first preference over the double bond, because from right to left double bond get the second position, whereas second carbon locate, whereas the triple bond having the left to right first priority. Okay. So this will be a fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. Total there are 6 carbons are there, hex. Okay. On the first position ine, and fourth position ene. So that's why first ine in alphabet E will becomes first. So that's why we are writing first double bond. That means hex 4 ene 1 ine. 4 ene 1 ine. Okay. Now here also if you see numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6, hexa, because more than 2 double bonds are there, we have to add the letter A to the word root, hexa. Total 3 pi bonds are there, diene. So the number will be in between 1 2 means 1, in between 3 4 means 3, in between 5 6 means 5. Hexa 1 3 5 triene. Okay. Now the numbering here 1 2 3 4, it is also butadiene. But the thing is the double bond location will be 1 2. buta-1,2-diene. Okay, and some other examples are there here. In this example, if you see, there are total long carbon chain including the functional group. There are 7 carbons. So on the third carbon there is a further substitution is there. So the substituted carbon will be the number 1, which is a complex substituent. This will be the number 2 and this will be number 3. Again on the second carbon there is a one more substituent is there. This is known as a complex substituent. So here we have to write the 2, 3. On the third carbon there is a substituent is there. The complex name of a substituent will be always written in the bracket. So 2-methyl propyl hept-1-ene. Yes or no? And come to the next example here. In this, if you see, maximum number of double bonds should be considered in the parent chain. So that's why we are taking the total 7 carbons in the parent chain. But on the fourth position there is a one CH double bond CH2 and there is a one more substitution will be there. So this connected carbon will be number 1, next carbon will be 2 and next carbon will be 3. So this is a complex substituent and the name will be 1,1 methyl 1,1 methyl propyl 1,1 methyl propyl. Okay, 1,1 dimethyl because there are two methyl groups are there. That's why 1,1 dimethyl propyl. And one more substituent is there. This is called ethynyl, alkynyl. That's why this is called what? Ethynyl. Remember, in a complex substituent, the first letter should be considered in the alphabetical order. So that's why in dimethyl we have to consider the first letter D. Remember, suppose if it is a simple substituent, we should not consider di, tri, tetra. But if it is a complex substituent, the first letter should be included in the alphabetical order. Okay, so that's why we are using the D letter first in alphabetical. That's why 4 in bracket 1,1 dimethyl propyl and next 4 ethynyl hepta. There are 2 pi bonds are there in between 1, 2, in between 5, 6. Hepta 1,5 diene. Okay, diene. And next one, some other examples are also given here. 3-ethynyl hexa 1,5-diene. Are you getting my point? Now in this what happens? The numbering you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total how many carbons are there? 6 carbons are there. That's why hexa. And 1,5 there is a 2 double bonds. That's why hexadiene. And what about the substituent on the third carbon? Ethynyl, alkynyl. CH triple bond C is known as alkynyl. That is ethynyl. Okay. And next one, there are 7 carbons are there. 7 carbons will be considered as a part of the principal chain or parent chain. Okay. Now the numbering you see on the right to left, second carbon there is a double bond. Okay. From both the ends you are getting the equidistance. That's why we have going for alphabetical order. Ene and ine we will get first ene. That's why on the second position double bond, fifth position triple bond is there. What about the on the fourth carbon there is a CH2, CH3. This is called CH double bond CH. This is called ethynyl. This is nothing but CH double bond CH2. This is nothing but CH double bond CH2. 4 ethynyl hepto 2 2 ene 6 ine 2 ene 5 ine. On the fifth carbon there is a triple bond. Okay. Now here there are total how many carbons are there? 7 carbons are there. And on the fourth carbon there is a one more substitution is there. This is a complex substitution because again in the side chain there is a further substitution is there. Are you getting my point? This is not the substituent. So this is the total 4 carbon containing side chain, again in which on the first and second carbon there is a 2 more substituents are there. So that's why what I am writing 1, 2 dimethyl butyl. 1, 3 dimethyl butyl. This is the name of the complex substituent. Are you getting my point? On which carbon this will be present? On the fourth carbon is present. Remember, always the name of a complex substitution will be written in the bracket only to avoid the confusion. Okay, hep2. On the second position there is a double bond 2 ene. On the fifth position there is a triple bond ine. So we have to take the 2 ene and 5 ine, enine. Okay, and next one more example we have. In this long chain will be total how many carbons? You see 5 carbons are there. So numbering must be done from right to left. That's why, because the lowest position of carbon should be double bonded. So on the second carbon there is a one substituent is there. On the fourth carbon is also one substituent is there. This is substitution known as a methyl CH3. So there are two CH3 groups on the second and fourth. That's why we are writing 2, 4 dimethyl. Okay, penta 1, 3 diene. Okay, and last one more example here we have. This is a carbon, triple bond, carbon. Okay, so this is the carbon CH3. Now whenever we are taking the numbering, we have to consider the longest chain including the unsaturation, that is a multiple bonds. So this should be the longest continuous carbon chain, which is considered as a parent chain or a principal chain. Okay, now on the second carbon there is a one substitution is there. This is a known as a methyl, as well as on the third carbon is also one substitution is there, which is also methyl. So that's why 2, 3 dimethyl. Total parent chain has the 6 carbons, hex. On the 1, 2 position double bond is there. That's why 1 ene. In between 4, 5 triple bond is there. That is a 4 ine. Okay.